You're listening to The Clevelander, where we're diving into all things innovation and transformation across the region. Each week, we'll take an in-depth look at the biggest business headlines in Greater Cleveland.
This week, we're talking business confidence.
There's a lot to unpack, so let's get started. Okay, so get this. The Greater Cleveland Partnership just released their Business Confidence Survey.
And let me tell you, the results are pretty eye-opening.
Okay, so break it down for me. What are we talking about here?
So there's been this huge shift in how local business leaders view the Cleveland business environment.
Like how so?
Well, for starters, way more people are actually promoting Cleveland as a great place to do business.
Okay, so like what kind of increase are we talking about?
So the survey showed a 5 percentage point jump in the number of people who call themselves promoters of the Cleveland business environment.
Okay, that's pretty significant.
But here's the real kicker. We also saw a 5 percentage point drop on the number of detractors.
Wow. So that's like a 10-point swing towards positivity.
Exactly. It's a huge shift.
So it sounds like people are finally starting to wake up to what we've known all along.
Right.
Cleveland is a fantastic place to do business.
Exactly. And it's not just some kind of blind optimism either. There are real reasons for this new confidence.
Like what?
So, for instance, the survey showed a 9% jump in positivity about the level of support that businesses are getting.
Okay, so that suggests that resources and infrastructure are actually getting better, which is really important for growth.
Exactly. When businesses feel supported, they're more likely to succeed.
Makes sense. So what other positive trends did this survey find?
Well, this is interesting. The perceived business friendliness of Cleveland has increased by a full 12% over the past 2 years.
Okay, wow. That's pretty impressive.
It means people feel more welcomed and encouraged to take risks, and they're just more confident in their ability to succeed here.
I have a feeling there's more to the story than just good vibes and a supportive environment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What's really driving this change in how people see Cleveland?
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, lay it on me.
So Baiju Shah, he's the president and CEO of the Greater Cleveland Partnership.
Right.
He pointed out that a lot of Cleveland businesses are quietly successful.
Quietly successful. What does that mean?
It means they're not always in the headlines.
Oh, okay.
But behind the scenes, they're making some really big moves.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Give me some examples. Who are these quietly successful businesses?
So we're talking Lubrizol, Train on Dime, Eaton, Parker Hannifin, to name a few.
Big players making big moves. These are the companies that are quietly innovating, expanding globally, and raping in the profits.
So they're putting Cleveland on the map in a big way.
Exactly. Even if they're not like household names.
It's kind of like we have this whole forest of successful businesses here in Cleveland.
Okay.
They're thriving, but nobody knows they're there.
I love that analogy. It's like we got to go on this expedition to uncover all these hidden treasures. But I can see how that could be a challenge, right? If these companies aren't as well known, it might be harder to attract, outside investment and top talent.
That's a great point. So how do we change that? How do we get the word out about these hidden champions and show the world what Cleveland is truly capable of?
Well, that's where the GCP comes in. They're really trying to address this challenge head on.
Okay, so they're not just sitting on this information, they're actually trying to do something about it.
Oh, absolutely. They want to shine a light on these companies and show the world what Cleveland is really all about.
Okay, so what's their plan of attack? How are they going to get the word out?
Think targeted marketing campaigns, really highlighting the innovations coming out of these companies.
So it's not just about saying, hey, we're great. It's about showing how and why Cleveland is a hub for these industries.
Exactly. And they're also focusing on building a network of informed business leaders.
Oh, interesting. So connecting the dots.
Yeah, in Cleveland and across the country. Helping people make those smart investment decisions.
I see. So they're trying to shift the narrative about Cleveland, moving beyond the old rock and roll and Rust Belt stereotypes.
Totally. It's like they're saying, hey, world, Cleveland is home to some seriously cutting-edge businesses and global players, and we're just getting started.
Okay, I'm sold. But let's bring this back to our listeners for a sec. Why should they care about all this business buzz? What's the takeaway for the average Clevelander?
That's a great question. This isn't just about big companies making big bucks.
Right.
It's about the entire region. Like, a thriving business community means more job opportunities, more innovation, and ultimately a better quality of life for everyone.
Exactly. When Cleveland businesses succeed, we all succeed.
Right. It's like a rising tide lifts all boats,
And that's the beauty of it, right? Understanding these trends makes us more informed citizens.
Yeah.
And hopefully inspires us to contribute to Cleveland's growth.
Whether it's supporting local businesses or, just having a more optimistic view of the city's future, we all play a role.
Absolutely. We can all be part of that positive energy.
And that's what's so exciting about all of this, is a real sense of momentum building, and it's contagious.
I agree. I'm feeling very optimistic about the future of Cleveland business.
Me too. It's a great time to be a Clevelander. And speaking of Clevelanders, we want to hear from you. What other hidden champion companies in Cleveland are you excited about? Hit us up on social media and let us know.
Yeah, share your picks with us. And until next time, keep believing in Cleveland and keep spreading that positive energy. We'll be back soon with more exciting business buzz. The Clevelander is an unscripted podcast brought to you by the Greater Cleveland Partnership and created using the latest in AI tools. To learn more, visit greatercle.com.